I do
Well,
not filter
maybe.
him, and I can't. And
Yeah.
so I've been told by people, well, it'd be
What is
so much
going
better
on?
if you didn't swear so much. I'm like, dude, he
No, that
freaking
is not
swears worse than I
true.
do.
Yeah, he does.
So he's been pacing back and forth with me because he's like, Heather, you've had these outs in the past 6 years and you're not taking them because you have this job to do. And I'm not going to give up. And Mama E, Elisa, thank you for keeping on checking on me
Sure. Hey,
and
look,
caring and loving me.
of course I do. But hey, I have a little problem here. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, home. I got to figure out how I find. Oh, here we go. Live with I've looked under the lives, but I guess it's only the recorded ones. Home. I got to figure out how I find. Oh, all right. Good.
There it goes.
Sorry.
I love your
Of course.
background, Jen.
Thank
Of
you.
course.
That's
I love
gorgeous.
you.
Thank you. You guys can
And
hear me, right? I switched my
that frame,
earbuds.
Nora,
Okay.
that frame is beautiful.
Oh, thank
And
you. It's
Ginger, look at
a
your
mirror.
background.
You know, I always liked
I
hers too.
changed it.
Yeah.
Look at
No,
me.
I
Probably
like it.
can't even
I
tell.
made that lamp.
No, I
I do stained
cannot.
glass.
Wow, that's
78 pieces.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool. All right, we're recording, people. Hello and welcome to the Atlantic Scalar Zoom cocktail hour. Got me a mama pour.
I do have a drink.
I overdid it.
I have alcohol today. I have an
Oh, right.
alcohol.
I
Okay.
overdid it a little bit.
Honest to God,
Whatever.
I don't. Just kidding.
I'm boring.
Who are you fooling, Heather?
I have tea.
All right.
Me
Okay.
too.
So we have a
So,
newcomer, Nora Hazel from
wait,
angelsarhealing.com.
Nora.
And we have,
Welcome,
of course,
Nora.
Jennifer. All y'all stuff is going to be all the links are going to be in the description box, people. And you have
Thank
me.
you.
You have Eric. I love you, Eric. You have
I
Heather
love you.
Hartford Hilton. God, I hate your name.
H. Just say H.
Oh God, I know, but when I do
Just say
scalar work, I
Heather.
put it all. I forget which ones go.
Christ, I can't remember my name either.
Yeah, join the party. And we got Ginger Bayley and we got Courtney Dillon. I'm sure others will appear. So, hi Eric, how are you?
He's
Hey.
great. He's great.
Hey,
He's
Mama.
great.
It's
He says I'm great.
it's a party today. It
He
Yeah.
feels
looks like he's raring to go.
Good.
Like
He is
boxing
raring to
gloves
go.
on. He's ready.
I'm ready too.
All right.
Can't find my channeling crystal, but oh well.
All
He
right.
says,
So,
Mama,
Okay.
Heather's back. Did
yay.
you pushed this.
Yeah, I know.
Be careful what you
It'd be
wish
good
for.
for you. You know, you know what? I think it would help with your vibration. I thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
Okay. Does anybody else want to make a comment about, Heather has ALS and she's been really suffering a lot, guys. We need to send her all of our prayers, energy, thought creates reality, prayers. So please, everyone, I'm going to do some
absolutely.
on her, but we
Thank
need
you.
everyone's help. So
Thank you.
anybody, Eric,
Absolutely.
you want through any of the mediums well, she channels you, but do you guys want to add anything from your perspective as healers too? Or am I pushing stepping over boundaries?
No, please do.
No, you know what I want to say is that I just really feel like there are things that we are supposed to just go through, and push through, like to try to, we have to have it. We have to have it for our energetic, for our energy and energetic growth, our soul growth. And I feel like it's something like that. Plus, everything is an energy, is a vibration, right?
Yeah.
So it's about changing the vibration of things. So I think that Heather's going to find that,
And
that.
I want everybody to hear that this is a message not just for me. These messages from all these wonderful, beautiful mediums is not just for me, but all of you guys. This is a general message. So please listen.
Yeah, I think that it's
Oh.
just a matter of changing that vibration, right?
And I wonder if some kind of herbal detox would help, just to kind of reset, maybe fresh juicing. That
Just started
usually,
that. I
yeah,
used to
good.
own my own business, juicing.
There you go.
Well, I'll say, what about low dose naltrexone? It's so good for ALS and MS and all that.
Yeah.
there's been so
It
much.
wouldn't hurt.
thing.
I always hear that wouldn't hurt because it's actually it can help everybody. That's
I'm
always
Well, it's
getting
something.
called
it,
the
yes.
why not drug for a reason.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
safe.
The first thing when I heard about this and when Mama E was like, "You gotta do this, you gotta do this," is that I was on high doses of gabapentin, Neurontin, because of the ALS, and gab another medication, but anyway, I can't remember the name of it. But I've been slowly decreasing those,
Well, the
and
main
I'm
thing
down to
is that you can't be on opiates. I mean, you can't be addicted to opiates, and you can't have had
oh yeah,
an
no.
organ transplant. And if you have Hashimoto's thyroiditis,
So
you have
here's
to
the
watch
thing
because you
is
get
that I
bad.
am going to be the one who starts the low dose naltrexone, and I'm going to explain to you all the progression and how I do.
Good. Sounds good. All you guys ought to be on it because it even helps prevent anything rooted in inflammation, and that's pretty much everything. Even autism is rooted in inflammation. That's why they give autistic kids low dose naltrexone creams, and it's just like it's so cheap too. It's like $35 a month. I mean, I'd rather have that than my cable, seriously. But you have to find a doctor who'll
So
do it.
I feel like the biggest message that I have being on tonight, since I haven't been on in so long, is that it's not about me, but it's about us as a general, we're raising the vibration of the general population here as humans.
Mm.
So everything that applies to me and all this love and healing that's being sent to me, it's being sent to you all.
Mhm.
And every message that I get is a message for you.
Mm.
So I want you all to understand that I've been fighting ALS for almost 7 years. Normally, they gave me 18 months when I was first diagnosed.
Mm.
They can't explain why I'm still here. And then in the past couple of months, I had infected kidneys, passing kidney stones through that, got bit by a rabid bobcat, got rabies, and septic. And guess what? I have more work to do. So
Yeah.
you can beat this. I'm not saying that if you don't beat it, that there's something wrong with you. I'm
No.
just saying that we are so much stronger than the vibrations that are put into our bodies in our general being and surroundings. We are so much stronger, but we also have plenty of outs. And I've definitely had a bunch of outs,
Yeah, me
but I'm
too.
not ready to take it.
Yeah.
Now, if I would love to, oh my God, being a human sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's painful. We're
Well,
going
no,
through a lot of
not
shit.
always. I mean,
Well,
goes.
I tell you, when it comes to what I've been experiencing and what a lot of people experience, it does feel like it sucks. But then so think of it this way. And somebody told me this today, which was absolutely beautiful. There's so many people who think, you know what? I'm tired of this life. I just want it to be over. But then you think about if you watch a movie, right? And the movie's freaking fantastic. And you're almost to the end. But then all of a sudden the electricity turns up or the cable goes
Oh
out and you
yeah.
can't see the ending, you're not finishing your ending.
Yeah.
Other people want to see your ending.
Right.
And that's a beautiful message.
It is beautiful. All right. So I guess we're ready to take that's pretty powerful. Questions on the chat thread. I got told I shouldn't be on regular chat. I need to be on top chat. So I'm going to try that this time. Well, I did it the last time too.
Where is it that people can go to ask questions?
Well, I mean, I sent the same thing I sent you guys. That I told you, here's what I'm sending the peeps. And I put it everywhere, all over Facebook and all that stuff. So they should find it. It's a link.
Right. Got it.
So it goes on, and I have Restream, which means it goes on Facebook, with the Facebook pages, just a bunch of places. All right. So, Azul Violeta. Her name is really Claudia G. Can you please tell me about my recent past life before this one? Who wants to pick this one up? Courtney? What about you?
Okay, tuning in.
Yeah, I want to say real quick too, Courtney, your makeup looks very nice.
It's
Oh,
look
thank
really-
you.
on
yeah.
point. It is
Yeah, it looks
awesome.
so nice.
I actually
Very nice.
went and fixed
Beautiful.
up after
Yeah.
my reading. I was like,
Mm.
I'll put on some
It
makeup.
does
Thank
look
you.
nice.
All right, Claudia G.
And I wanted you to tell about the 11/11 thing right after you finish this one.
Okay, she was
If you want.
a seamstress.
Oh my God, I literally heard that exact same word. A
Yeah,
seamstress.
seamstress. That's what her, I
Yeah.
think that's her most recent lifetime. So to me, and they're showing me like images of it. I'm not picking up where it is. Are you getting it, Jennifer?
No, I just got
I-
seamstress and then I
I
got
see-
railed. when you
Ah,
said
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I seen a
Right
sewing
in
machine.
front of me.
I got
Yeah.
the sewing machine.
So she's probably what I'm sensing is that she's very creative in this lifetime. Like there's some creative energy that comes through or artistic energy. It might channel in some different way. It may not be like she makes clothes in this lifetime, but my sense is that she has a lot of creative.
I was feeling somewhere like maybe
Abilities.
the UK, somewhere in the UK.
Yeah, I kind of think that
Ireland,
too. It looks like
yeah.
Europe-ish.
Yeah.
So sorry, that's not very specific. But so yeah. So you want me to say about the 11/11? Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm offering just because there's so many people who are struggling and needing support right now, I'm noticing. I am offering a free just like a call for everyone on 11/11, and you can sign up at my website under the classes page, and it will just be channeled messages for the group. It won't be specific like to the person, but it will be for the group, and like how to receive your own messages. So really help us be in our power during this kind of difficult time on the planet.
Oh,
'Cause
great
I think
idea.
It's
That's
kind
awesome.
of, yeah.
nice.
So
And you already have a huge number of people.
yeah,
signing
there's over 100 people signed up. So it's pretty,
Wow.
I think it's
Great.
going to be a great energy.
So
so-
needed. It's so needed, man.
Yes.
All right,
Power
well-
in numbers.
Exactly. All right,
Thank you.
Olivia, from North Carolina, Olivia Paget. It might be too early since we just got word today that she passed away, but does Carrie Powell from North Carolina know she's loved by the community? Wow.
I got a yes, and I also felt some big, like very big personality. I got like big personalities, what I got right away. I feel there's a process going on right now, even though there's not time like our time, but I feel there
Yeah.
is a process happening right now. But absolutely, she feels it and knows it
Ginger.
even more so than when she was here.
Ginger's right, and Erik is saying, does she know she's loved? Yes. Does she feel she's loved? No. There's a difference. But she knows
Oh.
she's loved.
Mhm.
She knows she's loved, but the knowing and the feeling are two different pieces. So we're thinking of our 5 to 6 senses, but the senses go beyond that. Does she know? Yes. It's up to her to accept it.
Wow.
I feel like she's going through a healing.
I got the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I'm not sure who around the person who asked the question had cancer. It might be the person who recently crossed over, but I'm getting that somebody had cancer. And so that could be related to what Nora is saying in the healing, physical. So, yeah.
Oh, by the way, people, I'm starting to try to do TikTok lives. So please sign up. And I'm thinking Paula will put my TikTok link just so you guys can be followers. Otherwise, you won't be notified. And I'm going to try to do a lot of teaching. And I want some of you mediums, if you can, to co-host with me. But I found out we did it with Abby, but she only was audio only. So I had to be 1,000 or more followers to make a live. But my co-host, in order to not just do audio, has to also have 1,000.
So we have to get 1,000 first. Okay. That's
Yeah.
good to know. Yeah. Cause
But
I
you
don't
can
think
still-
I'm
you
on
can
that
still be
yet.
audio. You can still join on as an audio host. Anyway. All right. Okay. Liza Tamayo. Any message for Alexa Prieto? Oh my God. Prieto. There was a little girl in the elementary school my kids went through, and while my kids were in elementary school, Mariana Prieto. Oh my
She's
God.
deceased. She's deceased.
Yeah, but no, Mariana Prieto was a kid that I volunteered to teach how to read. She spoke no English. And anyway, she was doing okay, but I said, I don't know, I need to do something more. So I started taking her home with me and the other kids every day after school, and I'll let them play together, interact together. And my God, she just blossomed. She is just an amazing girl. So, and I took you down a
Who
rabbit
are
hole.
we giving a message for? I can't remember.
Yeah, I know.
who-
I got you.
Sorry,
Any message
Okay.
for Alexa Prieto,
Alexa.
not related,
Yeah.
from her
Okay.
dad, Marcus.
She's asking about this person.
I'm getting that there needs to be some boundaries set with some family members. I just heard that right away. Set some boundaries with some family members. She's very got a very kind heart. And I feel like she needs to set some boundaries.
Okay. All right, let's see. Lise D from Nova Scotia. We've been running a homeless shelter for the last 5 years. Now our town mayor and some community members are trying to shut us down. Will we be able to overcome this? Bastards. God.
Mm.
That's got some really challenging energy.
Hey, Nova
feel
Scotia.
great.
Nova
Yeah.
Scotia needs shelters, man.
I don't
mean,
feel great
consider-
about this.
I don't
feels
either.
like it's
Letting him
very
know.
feels very corrupt to me. The
It's
energy of
got-
it.
We've got to nix this.
Yeah, I'm seeing all this like backdoor deals, and I don't know. It's just corrupt.
Yeah.
I
Nixon.
don't
Good.
know. I don't know what this is, but I don't. This I feel goes beyond just this particular person. But you know how like there's like pop-up restaurants. There's like this. Erik is talking about like pop-up homeless shelters, and I know that would be like challenging, but constantly kind of like moving and having different places to go so that it's harder to like.
Oh,
Follow.
Yes, and that in certain areas like the communication, like people will know where to go. It's because it's going to be more and more of this stuff is like people shutting it down. So even if it's not like an actual shelter, like the soup kitchens, like having to move or be mobile or pop up here and there.
okay.
Yeah.
What can she do?
I'm hearing she's got to move. They're going to have to move.
I was getting the
Maybe
same.
the homeless shelter, or she and her family?
Yeah, whatever the homeless
The
shelter, whatever
shelter,
this
the
is, they're not
shelter.
going to be able to keep it there.
And I was getting the same kind of thing as where this isn't the end. I kept hearing this isn't the end. They're going to come back. They're going to come back. So like moving, like
Bigger and stronger.
they'll get it going somewhere else.
Okay,
Like
good.
what Jennifer's saying. I felt that too.
Hope that
I
mayor
just
out,
saw
man.
I just saw online that there's a gentleman in, I believe, Canada, who is making little tiny homes for the homeless. I don't know if he's doing the mini home thing or
Oh, yeah.
using
Yeah,
containers, trucking containers.
So
Yeah,
And they
what's
have
happening
place,
with
and he's
that?
employing everybody there. Did anyone else see that?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I heard that.
what's going to
Cool.
happen with that? It's the government or the powers that be are going to try to shut that shit down.
I know.
And so there's going to be legislation, and we have to get out as voters to vote against this.
Yeah.
To have that control over those tiny houses.
I don't know why, but people just keep voting in just the wrong people.
And I don't go out and vote, but I'm feeling like lately,
I mean, people
Like-
don't even try to study and research.
I didn't even know voting was tomorrow. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what's on the ballot? And I just realized what's on the ballot. It's like, holy shit, they don't even put it out there.
I know. Well, maybe they don't want to. I don't know. All right.
Of course
So,
they don't.
yeah, João Catena, greetings from Portugal, but living in Amsterdam, Netherlands. I know that about you. Thank you
Ooh,
for your
love
work.
that.
May I ask for a message on love, relationships? And I guess his nickname must be Pedro.
There's this feeling I get when tuning in to the energy that it's like I just give up. Like I
Oh,
don't
no.
believe in this. I mean, I want it, but I also just like kind of throwing
Like
your
he's
hands up.
and then he closed. And
Pedro's been here
now.
before. He's been
Yeah.
here before.
Yeah, it's like this very, very frustrated. And
Hi,
so I'm
Pedro.
getting get back to like neutral about it. You don't have to believe in love yet. You don't have to think that you're going to get it, but just get back to like, well, maybe it's possible for me, or
Not being negative about it.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of like
Dismissing
the
it.
first step, because I feel like there's this leap that wants to happen, but you know, we can't sometimes get like, if we're like feeling like in the dumps, we can't get to like peace and joy. Do you know what
Wouldn't
I'm
that
saying?
be
Yeah.
awesome?
Right.
He
but
needs to
sometimes-
reset and pivot.
Yeah, exactly. You're saying the same thing.
Pedro,
Yeah.
you've been on several times, and I just want to recognize that. Thank you for being a frequent channeling Erik follower.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah.
And hi, Memphis. Right.
Uh-oh. Oh, Abby did decide to come.
And also
Hey, Abby.
he will find love. So
Awesome. Hey,
Yes.
Abby.
hi, Abby.
Hi,
Abby.
Abby.
Abby, my girl, the one that Elisa gets us confused, Mama E.
Yes.
Once, twice.
Abby.
So
Well, I'm
3
very
times a
proud.
lady.
I
very
that was going
proud
through
of
my
that,
mind too,
though.
man. That was.
Elisa's Heather is amazing. So I'm very proud that you would mix those up.
Uh-huh. Well, I
She's
don't
one
even
of your
remember
best
mixing it up, which
friends.
is even worse. I don't even remember that. I have gotten Jennifer and Michelle's sessions mixed up. I don't know why.
My
Anyway.
sister's name is Michelle.
Oh. My daughter's name is Michelle. All right.
You're
let's go
tuning into
forward.
it.
We're taking people through down a rabbit hole, people. Come on. Okay. Saul Diaz, why is it so hard for me to open up and be myself? I have so much anxiety in my natal chart.
There's some fear of judgment, a lot of fear of judgment. This is something he's here to work on. That's what I'm getting. Some fear of judgment.
Yeah, it's in the,
And-
I was hearing it's in the contract.
Mhm.
But also, and Erik says this to me often, everybody thinks that they're weirder than they really are. Everybody's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So
Good.
if you're self-conscious, you're going to feel extra weird where everybody else is walking around pretty much feeling like they're a little bit odd or, oh, like, I
Yeah.
can't believe I said that. It's, you know.
Yeah,
It's
most
like
of the
amen to
time,
that.
most of the time they're not even like thinking what you think they're thinking. You're
Mhm.
being harder on yourself than anybody else would be.
Always.
So,
But
yeah,
he's
they're not
saying,
even thinking what you think.
So what
he's
does he need
saying
to do?
he's standing here like bent
Take a
over with his
chance.
hands on his knees, and he's like, you know what? Get used to it. It's
I
not
see
going
a-
to change.
I see a
because
lifetime.
because the way you feel, it comes from you and not the other people and how they make you feel. It comes from you. So get used to it, because this is a pattern you're running. Break the fucking pattern.
Nora, were you
Ground
trying
and
to say
meditate.
something?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
There's a lifetime in which he
Oh.
was very deformed physically.
Oh, wow.
And that they're showing me, my guides are showing me, and that some of that energy is still present in this current circumstance because it was such a soul wound. And so I'm getting to work with your team. You can absolutely do this on your own. You can ask your team to assist you in clearing the energy from that specific past life. It looks like it's medieval.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's
It's a
excellent.
bleed over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bleed over, yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Asi Aker from Gibraltar. Erik born at 3 p.m. True. Will Erik be able to will confirm what I heard last night during meditation? Was it him? And yeah, what did he say? But that's going to be more difficult.
We don't
So
have
No,
that.
Erik, did
you-
you talk to Aki? I mean, Asi from Aker from Gibraltar?
I
Well,
do believe it was him. Yes.
I'm getting
Yeah.
a yes. I'm getting a yes.
but he doesn't want to repeat what he said
Mm-mm.
because
he said
you
you
know.
need trust.
But you also, there was a swear word in there.
Ooh, of course.
So
What's stopping you now from cursing, Erik? Well, what was the purpose of communicating with
what's
Aki?
the purpose of why you're asking this when you already know?
The purpose, what I'm hearing, is just to show him that he has the capability of
There you go.
being connected to
There you go.
spirit and God and
Okay.
Erik and his guides. Yeah.
All right.
When I first met Erik, I was standing on my deck 7 years ago with a big glass of Captain and Diet in my hand and smoking a cigarette. And he's like, Heather, you need to be doing this, because I was watching Channeling Erik. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Look at me. I'm drinking and smoking. There's no what the fuck. And he's like, well, you're talking to me, aren't you? And
Oh,
that's when I
yeah.
stepped out of the psychic closet for the first time since I was 3 years old.
Oh, wow. That's a big, dang.
It is big.
Late than never. All right. That's awesome. All right. Nancy P. from Long Island, New York. My friend. Oh, Olivia says, we love you so much, Heather. Anyway, Nancy P. from Long Island, New York. My friend Yvonne B. has terror nightmares. was seen by shaman and was told she has a demon. What can I do or she do to get it out?
It's not a demon. It's actually what you call a shadow person. So what you're seeing is, and if you go deep and look, you see a person with a long black coat and a bowler hat. This is not a demon. It's
Hat
it's
man.
a shadow person.
Yeah, like
They
the
call
Hat
it
Man.
shadow person.
Right.
So what you need to do, actually reach out to me. I'll do it for free. I'll
Yeah.
release this person from you. So
Okay.
make sure you say it's from channeling Erik and you were on tonight, and I will do this for free. Because I
Wow.
did it for my son. My son's 24. He had this repeating dream since he was 12 years old up until 22, to where he was being chased by somebody and they would grab his ribs and it was pain. So I did this healing on him called life centered therapy, which Dr. Andy Hahn is the one that taught me this for 2 years. So then I brought him back to, where did this come from? Where did this attach to you? And it was a shadow person, and it was with the bowler hat and everything. And he was 22, didn't know what a bowler hat was. I released this person, this entity, and he hadn't had that dream since.
That's awesome.
She can
So
also call upon Archangel Michael to surround and protect her. And
Right.
she can also, if she wants to just email me, I can just send her a prayer that I say every night. And it definitely will protect her. But don't forget the power that she has to tell them, get out.
Herself. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
Nora's
if
information.
you want me to do
everything
the
too.
release of the entity, but please reach out and I'll do it for free. It's an
Yeah,
hour and a
all
half
the
long.
information, all of their information is going to be in the
And Nora's fucking amazing too.
description
So,
box.
Oh, thank you. But many of these people can actually do it themselves. You'd be really surprised. They just
Yeah.
need to really call upon Archangel Michael and protect themselves.
Okay.
This actually happened to me. I was terrorized for a while with
So
this experience
sorry.
before I could recognize like my own capabilities and what I even was as a medium. I had been playing with cards for years and you know, channeling, but not the word mediumship. It wasn't a word for me yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really terrifying. I still have night terrors really consistently, but it's when I'm in a level of really high anxiety and stress. So I think that has to do with the frequency also,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
So if you're going through like a lot of like really intense, heavy things,
Then
and
you're
you
more vulnerable to it.
right. I mean, just because you're sleeping doesn't mean that your frequency doesn't still exist.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
you're kind of drawing that into you.
Yeah. Taylor
Watch scary
Scheffler.
movies.
Yeah, don't watch them.
Sorry.
Taylor Scheffler from Northbrook, Illinois. Will I ever make it back to Colorado? I miss being close to my family. Is there a percentage chance of me moving there?
oh, you're the one stopping you. You're stopping you.
There's some
There's
things
always a
And you
chance.
ask yourself
and
why.
your job
Eric's
and-
like, why am I stopping myself?
Why?
Go ahead, you guys.
She just feels like that she doesn't have the capability of doing it. But
Yes,
just
she does.
see yourself doing it. You can do it. And Erik says, yes, you will. Just have to believe it.
I'm feeling like in about 6 months from now, there's going to be a shift. So whether that's an energetic shift or something is going to propel you forward. So if you put it out there to the universe that this is your intention and this is what you want, say it and think it in a positive space. Say it and think it in a positive way.
Yeah.
And you'll be amazed at how doors can open for you. But I see in about 6 months from now, there's going to be, I mean, you have the freedom of free will, but there's going to be opportunities there for this to be
Make it
able to be
easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Diane Brett, I have a long-term relationship with a friend, Mary, that I'm not sure can be saved. I know we've talked about that before. So can it be? Or maybe they had a contract to be friends together and then their lessons have been learned and they need to part ways. What's going on there?
I'm hearing they need to part ways at least temporarily.
Feels
It
like that
needs to be
energy.
over.
Same.
Yeah.
Less and less between them.
It's like fizzle. It's dissipated.
Yeah.
There's not, yeah.
You're
What is
stuck.
that?
It's the Two of Wands.
What does it
So
mean?
Sometimes you
one
grow
is you're
people.
holding on to it. You got the world in your hands. The other one, it's stuck to the cement. You're
Oh,
stuck. You've got the world ahead of you. Let it go.
all right. So should she try to, after a certain waiting time, get it back?
Yeah,
Or
if it's meant to be, it will find its way back.
Yeah, no,
You're
not
like that
force
energy.
it.
okay.
The energy is just not there
Okay.
right now. It's like less.
Ginger, I was just gonna say that your exact words. I literally was gonna say, and you said it.
I stole them from you. Sorry.
All right. Greta Kavanaugh from Ireland. Any messages from my higher self? Actually, y'all are supposed to give like about relationships, about health, not health. Oh, maybe be quiet and things like that. But I guess Greta wants a general message. Wait, Christina.
Okay.
I know.
So here's the message that is wanting to be given out right now. So we're talking about right now we're all going through this fucked up shit. Okay. This is Erik. Like he's been pacing. He's been pacing around me a lot lately, which is what's kept me going. But he's pacing around because we're all going through this fucked up shit. Okay. Now you all have questions regarding what do I do? Where do I go from here? Because you feel like you're stuck. You feel like I don't dare to make the next move. But basically, we have two opposing souls within ourselves. We have the tame part, and we have the part that is like our untamed selves, our wild selves. Okay. And now our subconscious, we have the conscious brain and the subconscious. Now our conscious brain is like 1% of our energy. The subconscious is like 1,000,000% of our energy. That's coming forward, and it's creating a lot of discontent and a lot of decisions that we don't know are right. But we've got to move. We got to move into the dark. We got to move past those walls, past those barriers. And I refer to it as the moon card, the outhouse, to where, you're in your camp and you feel like, oh my God, I got to take a wicked whatever. And you're like, but I don't want to go outside because it's so dark. And there's got to be like creatures out there. And there's no light in the outhouse. What's going to happen? So that it takes you, if you build this up in order to make that decision to cross that path and get into the outhouse, you finally get in there and you relieve yourself and you're like, oh, this ain't so bad. But you ran your ass off to get there. And you didn't have to fight off any creatures. You don't have spiders biting your ass, right? So you're sitting there and you relieve yourself and you're like, oh.
No more.
And then you're like,
biting your
okay,
ass.
now I have to get back to the camp. So you get up, you wipe your, and then you're like, okay, I'm not so scared now. But you're still a little scared, but you get back into the camp and you're like, well, that wasn't so bad. We are facing our subconscious minds, which is coming up to healing. Healing is hard and it's painful and it's scary. But get to that house, relieve yourself, and come back.
Yeah. Good.
What I was getting from her higher self right away was that she is like kind of like what Heather was what was saying in the beginning, Heather, where she's feeling stuck, like very static, very stuck. And what I'm getting from her higher self is it's kind of like ease up on yourself in a way, and just know that sometimes you need to be in that place to move forward. Kind of there's some things that you need to feel and experience before you can move forward, is what I was getting.
I got peace and faith.
Nice. All right. Asya from Bulgaria. What should my next step in terms of my health or career be?
She needs to move more. I just heard that for the health part. She needs to move physically, go walk, get out more, change the scenery. That's what I'm getting for that part.
It feels related to some type of physical detox that her body needs. It feels very inflamed, particularly like around her joints. I'm getting a lot of
stiff,
red, stiff. Yeah.
Here's
so
what
physical body detox.
Here's what Erik's saying is, and they're absolutely right. The detox, absolutely. But get what do they call it? The activated charcoal.
Mm.
You can get it on Amazon or whatever, but take a
Yeah.
teaspoon every other day because you're going to get die-off symptoms as you detox. And that's going to help you maintain.
That's a Herxheimer reaction. You know, in the main service, in most of my services, I always tackle the Herxheimer reaction. If we're killing cancer or in bacteria or any kind of microbe, all that.
So do you recommend that as
I mean,
like
no,
the
I block scalar instructions block used to block the Herxheimer reaction because you don't want that die off. There'll be a cytokine storm and
it
I keep
sucks.
seeing,
awful, really
I
bad.
keep seeing a yoga blanket. So maybe yoga would help her.
Yeah,
slow
you know,
ease into it.
yeah, yeah, something like that where she can
Okay.
center herself and pay attention. But for the career, Elisa, for her, I was
Yeah.
hearing something about following, like something she's been wanting to do, that she needs to follow that, let go of the fear and follow it. She does have healing abilities, so
Okay,
she should
awesome.
follow it.
And heal herself. Jacqueline M. I know her. Helicopter there, everyone. I think it meant hello. I don't know. Okay.
Helicopter land.
Must be speech to text. I make so many mistakes. All right. Anyway, she's from New Jersey. Question for her husband, Hector. Then I do know who she is. His mind is always in the past. He sometimes dreams of the past too. Any reason why? And what should he do to stop this?
I'm
Interesting
right away
question.
hearing there's something in his chart, his astrological chart, that keeps him more in the past. So perhaps getting an astrology birth chart reading.
Yeah.
Seeing where that is.
Raylene does that. Raylene Nuances does that, but also what's the guy
Alan Vera.
Alan Vera. He's also very he's really should be.
Tammy Manzo, I have a friend named Tammy Manzo, and she does clearing of your astrological chart. She's very good.
Oh,
So it's very, very powerful.
Okay,
She,
yeah,
email me and
Yeah.
I will send you her info.
Yeah, I'm
she's
hearing this will
great.
be helpful for him, that he can
Yeah.
clear that out. Now, once it's done, you might have to just tell him he might have the tendency to like slip back into the past, but
Yeah.
that'll be about his own cognitive retraining once it's cleared out.
He needs to get his chart cleared.
Yeah.
And then reprogram his thought patterns.
I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. All right,
Yeah,
Nikki.
she's great. I'll send you all her info.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nikki G, I was abducted for information I had. What information could have possibly could she have possibly had, or he, it could be a he, but I think it's Mickey in Idaho.
This is extraterrestrial abduction.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing you're not going to know what the information was that was needed.
Stop.
Is it negative or positive or neutral?
I'm getting to reach out to the others that you recognized from that abduction and reach out to them. Find them.
The aliens?
No, the other humans that were.
Oh, okay.
And I am hearing it's just sort of more neutral, like information gathering is
Yeah.
kind of what I was hearing.
Okay. All right. All right, Nancy P. Oh, thank you, Courtney, for the free course on the 11th. Grace N. Who are the blue light ray and multiple color light rays?
Blue and light
She's seeing
rays.
orbs? Is she seeing orbs? I wonder.
That's rays.
No,
It's
angels?
She's talking about
maybe
no,
the
she's
rainbow
talking
ray
about
guardians of light.
blue and light rays are part of the extraterrestrial. Well, not necessarily. We don't have anything between like that we call between the human race and extraterrestrials, but it's between that.
Wow.
So
And I'm also hearing that's a hard question because like things might appear to some people as certain things and to others.
Everybody has different
things,
filters.
So it's,
yeah.
yeah.
I heard
rays.
filters, different
Yeah.
filters. That's what I heard.
I want to. Eric wants her to hear sprites
Oh,
and garden. You see it in the garden. You see it
garden
through the
gnomes.
trees.
Ah,
Those are the sprites.
yeah, it's so weird because right before you said that, it's what I heard too.
Well,
Yeah.
Jennifer and I had
And that is
few
that we
sessions
don't
about
have
that.
a name for that between
Yeah.
extraterrestrial and humans. We don't have a name for the sprites or those little creatures.
Fairies, sprites, elements.
Fairies,
It felt like
sprites,
that.
all of
It
that.
felt like that. Yeah, it
That's
felt like
what you're
that.
seeing.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Beth O'Leary from Virginia wants to know if Atlantis Scalar will help her osteoporosis. I've never done it before. So, I really don't know.
That's why I keep breaking ribs.
Yeah.
Osteoporosis.
I mean, so the main service covers so much.
Yes.
Did you
It
say
will
this is
help.
Marion?
All
Did
this
you say
stuff.
this is Marion? Did you say it's Marion O'Leary?
No,
Marion?
Beth
Oh,
O'Leary.
Beth,
Beth.
well,
It
Beth
will help.
O'Leary. Yeah.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, it
You know
will.
where?
It will.
Okay.
In the gut. In the gut.
So,
Because you're not
could she just
absorbing.
benefit? Could she just
Take
benefit from the
two-
microbiome optimization, or does she
Mama
have to have
E,
a
well,
custom?
Mama E, listen,
service?
Eric's saying K2D3
Okay.
together. K2D3.
Okay. Anything
I
else?
Yeah.
I think it will help. Yeah.
I'm writing that down.
What
Anti-inflammatory.
should she have? Should she have a custom service?
Yeah,
Do
it
you-
feels like custom
Do you do the
service.
osteo? Do you do the osteo?
I've
Gut.
never done it. Never.
The gut.
I've
It's
done
the gut biome.
osteoporosis.
You know
I mean,
what?
psoriasis, but
It's not,
Eric is
it's,
saying, Mom, all of this stuff, with the bone stuff and everything has
gut.
everything to do with the gut that's not absorbing the nutrients that we need in order to build our bones.
So can we just
The
start with
gut-
the microbiome optimization?
yes,
or nothing else?
yes,
Microbiome
yes,
is the most
yes.
important.
But
Yeah.
if that doesn't work, then we can do a custom service. Baby steps. All right, that's good. She who walks with women. Hi, Elizabeth from Rochester, New York. Why is my ex-boyfriend's energy coming into my awareness so much lately? Is it actually energetic, or is it just memories? Haven't talked or seen each other in 10 years.
No, it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. I think you guys getting like he's thinking of her, so she's like
Yeah.
tuning into that energy. That's what I'm
Yeah.
seeing.
So I'm getting that he's going through some type of change in his relationship status, or could be going through a breakup, something like that. And he's sort of like reminiscing on the
Mhm.
past and like,
Yeah.
oh, I love,
She's picking up on it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And she's
Eric
quite
says-
psychic, actually.
That is
Eric
awesome.
says, yo, you know what? We always think of our fucking exes. You know, we wish we could go back. We like,
Not me.
okay,
Not me. Not me either.
Not
no.
Not me either.
Here's the thing.
I don't have any
Not
exes.
everybody.
We
Not
are
everyone.
trying to
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
heal our trauma, and our trauma it's related to every relationship we've ever had. So when we think about that ex, that is the trauma that's hitting us the most that we need to heal from.
This is such a funny question. Just this afternoon or evening, I got a letter from a man that I dated 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. God, like 18 years ago, apologizing
Wow.
for
Oh my God, you
That's
gotta
so
message
good.
me.
Yeah, but
And
I don't feel
I
like
need the
that's-
deets.
and how terrible he had felt about looking back on in time 18 years ago, like how he treated me. And it was like, I didn't really need the closure now, but back then it would have been nice. So it's just
Mhm.
funny how things come around.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's always trauma connected to past stuff either, though. So
No. Yeah.
for this particular situation, I do feel like that person is actually going through something, thinking of the person who asked the question, and it's just
Mhm.
there's like a psychic connection. So if you're
Right.
strongly psychically connected to somebody, even if you haven't seen them in 20 years, and all of a sudden they're going through a lot or they're thinking about you, if you're psychically aware, you might pick up on that and start thinking
That's
about
quantum
That's
entanglement.
what it feels like. That's what
Yeah.
it feels like.
That's quantum
Yeah.
entanglement.
And I
Einstein's-
really
wait,
wanna-
Einstein's spooky dance at a distance. When two particles connect and then they go across to other ends of the universe, when one dances in one way, the other dances in the same way. So that's
The
quantum
magnets.
entanglement, people.
But
Yeah.
I want to
I agree.
reiterate that trauma is not a negative term.
No.
Trauma
I'm not
means
saying
it's
that.
something that affected you.
Okay.
Well-
And Jennifer, you're so right.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
right. I have everything to learn from every single one of you. Thank you.
Me too. Stacy Spring from California. Can I get a message about my career?
So it feels like one step forward, two steps back at the moment, but it won't feel like this forever. That's what I kept hearing. One step forward, two steps back. It's like that's what the energy feels like. It's like, why can't I just keep advancing, or why can't it just feel like there's momentum? Because it's this like this stop and start energy that will change for her. My sense is that there's something astrologically going on, and I see February as a lot more momentum.
You're
Does she
trying
need
too
a friend?
hard. Eric's saying he's showing me books. You're trying too hard to get certifications to learn stuff,
Oh,
but you already have it.
yeah. Does she need your friend to clear her chart? Would that help?
I think
I-
everybody should get their chart.
Yeah, everybody
So,
should.
Yeah.
That's a
we
good
can put-
idea.
I would love
I can
that.
put that in the, can I put it in a chat or something? No, we don't have that here.
Hey, maybe y'all.
It's I am soul alchemy, I think, .com.
Okay, Paula,
Of Tammy
if you're listening,
Manzo.
can you put it in? I am soul
Alchemy, like,
alchemy
.com.
.com. I am soul.
Also
SOUL.
send it in the messages. To us.
SOUL. Yeah. Alchemy. I'll send it in
Ask her if
messages.
she wants to be on one of our radio shows. So we
She's
can-
amazing. I will definitely ask her.
Mhm.
She's
Okay.
really, really
It's a
good.
great idea.
Yeah. I mean, she's legit. She's helped me a lot.
Oh
So
my God, that's great. All right, Maria Andrea Hernandez Gal from Guatemala. Message from her mother, Rosa Frida Gal. Her death was very painful to her and her twin sister. So, Mrs.
Ugh,
So Frida,
wow.
Rosa Frida.
hurts.
You know what? She's very, very ahead of the family, like the center of the family. I feel like everybody, like she was that pillar in the family.
Matriarch.
Yeah, and what I'm getting is, and I'm getting something tightness in the heart. But I'm getting that she is with them, of course, and loves them. That's always just implied.
Yeah.
But she wants them to know it's going to be okay, and things that weren't said, it's okay. Just let it go. It's okay.
She knows.
Because
She knows
yeah,
it all.
You gotta
she
know,
knows it all.
you gotta know, honey, that it's okay to not be okay. And
Yeah.
you're never gonna be the same.
No. Just like I
So don't look
say,
for going
I will
back.
never ever be the same after Eric's
Yeah,
death.
and
Never.
and she's also saying that that we'll be together again. She wants them to know that
Okay.
we will be together again.
All right. Essie
Oh,
Moore,
honey.
Mohr from Elmwood Park, New Jersey. I haven't heard from you, Essie, for a while. Can you tell me how my father is in heaven? William S.
Billy
That's great.
Bob.
Great.
Getting like a
Great,
Billy
great.
Bob.
I got great.
Yeah. Yes.
Of
I'm
course,
seeing
they
some
always say that.
glasses, so I
He
don't
must
know.
be a
Oh,
Southern
it
guy.
sucks
Billy
here.
Bob.
It sucks here. I'd rather be in hell.
Right,
Or something
right.
like that.
It's happy.
Busy, you know what? Then I heard busy. Sometimes I'll hear like people like are very just existing there in the peace and enjoying it. But with him, I hear busy. I hear busy.
Good.
is what
Yeah, I
hear.
heard lots of friends, lots of
Yeah.
activity, lots of action, and a really comfortable couch. I don't know what that's about, but
He's comfy.
yes.
Okay. Message from my mom, but no name, so we have to skip. Jane L. Birth rate declines happening worldwide recently. Would like to know more insights into this and the younger generation. The whippersnappers.
Okay, you know what? You gotta stop disrespecting the younger generation.
Who?
Now, I am
Who?
just saying to the general collective
They're teaching me how
and
to
the people who are
friends.
wondering where the general collective come from.
Yeah.
Because this woman is it a woman who's asking this?
Yeah, Jane.
Okay, so here's what I want to say is that you understand this new generation, and they're so different from us because
Yeah.
we are, I want to say Gen X was the last generation before the crystal children and the ones who came in to change the paradigm. So they're changing us and we don't fucking get it. Because we're like, and Eric's like laughing his ass off because he's like, dude, I was before my time. I'm like, Eric, don't fucking try to defend yourself. Dude, you were. So the truth is that they're here to teach us something.
Yeah,
Now,
what I don't understand, what I don't understand, and this is for all you guys, is these young kids in the universities doing these protests of hate toward Jews. And
it's
kill
it's
the
it's
pig.
a, it's
What?
because they are taught this, but they are going to be the ones. So think about when certain presidents came in and what movement was created from that, and how certain presidents were hated, but the
Yeah,
movements that came out of it were something that we could be proud of.
yeah. But
And that's what's
I don't
also
like what these
happening with the
university
kids.
kids are doing now.
I
They're
didn't
just
even- I had
so
no
full of
idea.
hate. I mean,
Well,
all of
I
this
tell you what, they
they're
are
taught by
sick of the
Marxists.
shit.
I wanted to say, did she ask something about why there's less babies
Birth
being
rates.
born?
Yeah.
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 Right.
I have something to,
Yeah,
it's very
something I was getting to is there's a lot of fear. There's been so much fear put out there in the younger generation that they fear bringing life in. There's a lot, not everybody, but there is a lot of that going on. So that's what I was getting.
They're
I mean,
being
Also, they don't need
labeled,
to get married anymore. They don't need to get married.
labeled
They got
as
porn online. They
there's
got
other reasons,
they
but
got the
that's one of the big ones.
devices. You know, they don't need to get married anymore. So a lot of
they're
girls are
being
actually
labeled
away.
as mentally ill
Oh,
What'd you
because they
get?
don't fit the paradigm.
oh God. All right.
What were you
All
getting,
right.
Courtney?
something I'm just seeing like water and food. And I think, like there's
Lack of.
like
kind of thing?
nutrients,
Oh.
like lack of nutrients in our food.
Can I ask Courtney after you're done?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was picking up, I forget what they're called, but when the planes go by, is it called entrails or something? Like the chemical.
Oh
Chemtrails.
no,
Yeah.
Chemtrails.
Entrails. Entrails are intestines.
Guts,
Right.
yeah.
Chitlins.
Sorry.
Chitlins.
Chitlins.
Yeah, these chemtrails actually have really done a lot of
Wow.
on the environment because we're absorbing that into our skin and we're absorbing that into our foods that are going into the soil, so in the air we're breathing, and it's really done a lot of damage to our physicals over the years, especially with more airlines, air flights trying to find the cheaper way, the cheaper cost.
It's really interesting because I noticed quite a while ago that I feel like Erik, when I'm doing something on somebody that they ordered, scalar wise, he seems to be also adding frequencies that is very typical of the scalar heavy metal and chemical toxin detox. And then the person says, I had diarrhea for 3 days, which is typical. Okay. Or they peed a lot more than usual. And so I'm wondering if he's automatically kind of doing these detoxes on people.
Might be needed, like it's needed for whatever
Like it's
you're doing
needed
at the
and they do it.
time. Yeah, it's needed.
Yeah.
It's part of what's needed. So he's
Thanks,
doing
Erik.
that. That's very common.
Figuring
That
out
is
your
very
mom
common.
to do extra work. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That is common though. Spirit will bring in sometimes what we don't think about because it knows best.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so lots of people getting freebies there. Good. Bob B. Valerico of Florida. Erik, I recently learned that George Carlin is my spirit guide. I've heard that once before, maybe from you. Can you ask him why he picked me and what he'd like me to know? Nice.
You have that dry sense of humor,
Yeah, I
for
got
one
it.
thing. You
Yeah.
get it
Oh, I
on the
skipped
DL.
Marianne. Don't worry, I'll get to you, Marianne. Okay, go ahead.
I got the same thing, that there's like a match and he
Anything-
energetically.
That's usually how the guides are, aren't they? They kind of match the person's
And
energy.
they come in
And
with this
you're-
nice
and-
banter.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I got a yes and a
Okay.
big smile.
Any messages from George
Yeah.
to Bob?
Yeah. If you can't be good at it.
Oh, I like that. All right, Marianne Scott. I'm sorry I skipped you. Chattanooga. Will my son Vilas, now in San Antonio, come to live with me in the next 6 months in Chattanooga?
Yeah, no.
I got not that soon. Like if it happens, it's not going to be that soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will it eventually happen?
No,
like-
That you can't,
That's
you cannot determine that because there's
It's
two
quantum
souls.
probability. Yeah, right.
yeah. I get like a more on the yes side eventually, but it can change because of free will. So
Yeah. What
Yeah.
is it when she's somebody's got to be? He's got. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
no, just a
Retract.
just a little longer. Just a little longer. It's not going to be like this next year. Let's just say that.
All right.
I feel it was next year.
All right, Jamie S. from Tampa. What lessons am I supposed to be learning at this time?
Patience.
I just got patience too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And tolerance,
That's a
like for his
very
own,
broad
own life
question.
experience.
Oh, what is my husband Rudy Matthews here to learn? What's his lesson?
Oh, Ruth. Okay.
Communication. I heard
Eric is like
communication.
stepping up. He's like jumping up and down. He's like, pick me, pick me.
Uh,
Does anybody else see that? Eric's like, what? Seriously? He's like talking about how much of a narcissist he is. No.
I seen Eric with one of the big, what do you
Narcissistic
call those things?
tendencies.
What do you call those
Megaphone.
things? Megaphone. Yeah, like he
monopolizes
doesn't
conversation
listen, but he
Okay.
all the
talks.
time.
Yeah.
You know what? Mama E.
But he has a heart of gold. He is
Mama
not the
E,
narcissist
Yeah, he's
about
not
it.
saying
you
it's
have
negative.
to-
He's just saying he needs to listen more over what he says. He
Yeah.
needs to listen better.
Communication. Mhm.
Yeah,
What?
communication.
Mama,
That's what I got.
you need to call me on
Things
this.
to say.
We need to talk privately
All right,
because
fine.
Eric is like jumping up and down.
All right, we can do that. We'll
Like
get Rudy on it
you
too.
fucking can't stand him right now.
Oh God.
All right.
This is funny.
You know he's right.
I know my
Eric's
husband so
my
well.
dad. Disconnect.
Okay, that's funny.
Mama, call me.
What lessons am I supposed to learn, actually?
Are you kidding me?
How to put up with
You-
him. No, I'm kidding. I love him so much. No, go ahead. But about law.
You have a lot of lessons to learn. But
um,
one of the major ones is to ask for help when you need it.
oh
Because
God.
you don't fucking do that ever.
I know.
All right. So move on.
As a doctor, one of your life lessons was learning intricacy. Does that mean anything to you? Like intricacy, like in a last lifetime or something it was affecting?
I don't know.
You just needed to get into is to be much more not organized, much more aware,
Okay.
much more
I think what
not-
you're saying, Abby, is idiosyncrasies.
Detail
I think
oriented
that's
is what
the
you're trying
word
to
that
say.
you're
Detail-oriented.
because you're talking about her little idiosyncrasies that keeps her from growing.
I'm talking about like actually something that's like very particular, like
Right.
as being in the medical field, like have like documentation, like just being on top of just
Oh God. Oh, my writing.
Detail,
Writing
detail,
stuff is
right?
Bad.
Precision.
Writing. Nobody could understand any
You're
of my
right. She gave that up a long time ago.
Get it, man. All right. Let's see. Debbie
You're so
Oh.
right.
from wait. Yeah, got her. Debbie Owen from London. Hello, lovelies. I don't know if she's London, Canada, or London, UK. Probably UK. What is my spiritual purpose?
She has many of them, but I was
Eric is
feeling
fucking. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna. Eric is so funny.
Ginger,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
you
You
guys.
start off. You
Oh,
start off,
I
Ginger.
was just feeling like what Eric was showing me is that one of her sole purposes is to find her her skill set, like her healing skill set. She does have that light worker vibe about her, I feel, but it's really to find that. A lot of people, that's one that a lot of people have, is to find who their
I'm
true
sorry,
self
but
is, right?
Eric is being really inappropriate, and this is why I don't come on very often because I can't not like channel him because
Yeah,
he's so funny and disgusting.
of course. That's my boy.
And Ginger, everything you were saying was spot on, but
Of
he's
course.
acting it out in his because I can see him right here. Dude, I've been seeing this shit since I was 3 years old. I tried DMT with ayahuasca like a month ago and didn't get shit because I already see this stuff.
Oh wow.
Erik is like dancing in front of me and he's saying everything you're saying is right, but he's dancing in front of me like he's a stripper. Okay.
Oh God.
Now, whoever's asking this question, you're going to get this because you're like, you know what? I might as well have been a stripper or a gigolo or a fucking slut to make my money because that's who I am. I have a very powerful, energetic personality. And why don't I just fucking fuck people for money?
Oh
And
my
this is
God, yeah.
Erik. I'm sorry.
No,
But
let's shoot the
I
messenger.
just want to interject. I was
Because he
just
already shot
wondering if
himself.
I was just wondering if anybody saw her guiding children or something. Like I feel
Yeah,
like she's.
I did.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you like
Yeah.
she's kind of guiding children? I don't know.
If,
I
I
agree.
agree. Nora,
Agree.
I saw that. Agree. Yeah. There's some
did,
kind of
little?
like healing work with children or childlike. It could be childlike energy. I'm not sure
Like
which it is. Yeah.
guiding them
Totally. It's really
somewhere.
beautiful. It's
Yeah,
really, really
Yeah.
beautiful.
very
Yeah.
peaceful
Yeah.
and there's a lot of love there that she really enjoys that. That's what I'm
Awesome.
saying.
And she has such a like, open heart. This person.
Peaceful.
And like a
Peaceful,
child, like a child's heart too,
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
innocent. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
innocence. It's really beautiful energy.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Last question has to be super quick, guys. Kathy H from Michigan. What is my husband here to teach me? His name is Jason from Kathy H, Michigan.
Tolerance. I heard
That's what I
tolerance
got
right
the
away. Tolerance.
I am not
They-
saying a word.
They have a
Erik,
soul
I'm shutting him down.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
they have a soul
I'm done.
contract from a past life that they're really learning tolerance from one another because they struggle. Like this is not an easy relationship. And I'm not saying, stay in something forever that's horrible, but also
no.
they are learning that from one another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to understand where he's coming from. That'll make it easier.
Yeah.
Erik
It's
Agree.
has so much
sometimes
to
like
say. Erik has
just-
so much to
they-
say.
they
That
I
sometimes
know he
so-
always does.
feel like
I'm
they're
done.
talking
I'm done.
over one another or at
Signing
each
out.
other. And
Yeah.
they it feels like soften your ears. This is a weird thing to say, but that's what I'm hearing. Soften your ears and just like, see the heart of the person when you're trying to communicate with him.
Get a
Right,
talking
do you hear
stick.
Easier
what
said
Erik's
than done
saying?
sometimes.
Do you
Yeah,
hear what Erik's
yeah.
saying, Courtney?
Nope, not in this moment. I'm just getting this information.
Good or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Right.
All
Guys,
right.
yes. Thank you
All right.
so much, all of you
Good
guys.
night.
It was such a pleasure.
love you
I'm
all.
so glad you came on. Heather, I'm so glad that you came on. I'm glad all of you guys came on, of course. You guys find out their information. The links are all in the description box. And also click on my TikTok link to follow. And you guys are all great. I'm so grateful for you. And I'm grateful
Grateful
all
for
you guys
you.
on.
Yeah. We're
Mama
grateful for
E,
you too.
Thank you
Follow
Erik
me
for
on
says,
reaching out to me
throw it.
and helping me to live.
I will. I'm working on you.
hey, Erik saying he loves you. Saying he loves
I
you.
love you, sweetheart, so
Throwing
much.
kisses.
Love you, Mama.
Yep.
You guys hit the
Thank
notification
you.
bell because we're gonna have another
Hola,
live.
Mamacita.
Huh?
Bye.
Hola,
It's good to see you
Mamacita.
guys.
Bye, everyone.